Hello, hello, and welcome back to Horizons Author Lounge. Now, if you will notice, I don't have the hair and the beauty that is always here, but I am Dedrick Rockington. I am filling in for the amazing, irreplaceable Dr. Rhonda Lawson and whatnot. And so, who I have here on the stage, I am so excited to introduce you guys to Dr. Felicia Young.
Hello.
How you doing?
I am doing well. How are you doing?
How you today?
I'm doing fine. How about
How you
you?
doing? I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I just want to make sure this reception holds up here. So
Right.
but yes, I'm so super excited to be here today. And did you hear me? Did you hear me at all?
I did not.
Can you hear me at all? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Then you went out again.
Hello? Can you hear me? I'm sorry. In and out.
In and out.
Hey, can you hear me now?
You in and out.
Hello? Can you hear me? I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
It looks like you're back.
Am I coming in right now?
Still freezing.
Can you hear me right now?
I can't.
Oh man. Can you can you oh Lord have mercy. Going on. Hello, hello.
Yes. Can you hear me? Hello. Can you hear me?
Hey, girl.
Hey.
I think
You hear me?
yes, I hear you fine. I think we're having some issues with the connection, so we're just gonna jump in there until Dedrick can get it fixed.
Oh no, that's fine. You know, you have to love technology. It acts crazy on the best days.
Okay, so Dedrick, it sounds like Dedrick was trying to welcome you to the show, and then he started having some issues.
Yeah, I think that's what was going on. He said my name and then he was going in and out, and he sounded like the Verizon guy from the early 2000s. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear
Not
me now?
the Verizon guy. Oh man, that's hilarious. So yeah, the reason why I had Dedrick kind of fill in for me is because I am actually at a training for my day job.
Okay.
So I wasn't sure if I was gonna have lighting, so I'm like sitting in front of a window right now.
You look great.
But we're gonna make it work. So how's it going, Dr. Felicia? It's good to see you. It's been a minute.
I know. Everything has been going well. I really hate that I missed your fabulous event this year. I saw that you guys had a fabulous, wonderful, exciting time.
Oh,
I was so jealous.
Everything. It was everything. We had such a good time. And so you have to join us in 2026 when we take the event back to New Orleans.
Oh, yes, definitely. Sign me up. You know, I love the city, so I'll definitely be there. I know you're going to make it an extravagance.
Yeah, believe it or not, 2026 is our 10th year.
Oh, wow. That's going to be a big deal. Yeah, wow, time flew by.
It really did. It really did.
That is amazing. Well, congratulations to you for keeping up your tenacity for doing this and sharing your knowledge with all of us and helping those kids understand the importance of reading and understanding what they're reading and how it's such a great thing and a joy and a privilege to be able to have books in our lives. So thank you for that.
Absolutely. But I have to thank you because a lot of people may not realize that you were actually one of our very first sponsors for this event. With Higher Minds of Education, you used to give the scholarship package for our 8th and 9th grade winners, so they could start getting prepared for college.
Yes, I remember that. That seems like that was such a lifetime ago. Well, I do miss it so much.
Well, we might have to bring you back in for 2026.
Right, for the 10-year. That's right. We have to do something big for the 10-year. It has to be like,
yes, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. But congratulations to you. I mean, you have a new book coming out.
Well, let's talk about these books. So the young lady that you guys are going to meet with on the second part of the show is a lady who's doing the Black Authors Matters event. So I've done it with her. So the very first event that I went to of hers, I was like, oh, I co-authored some books. And she said, Felicia, what? I said, yeah, I did too. Two anthologies. She was like, girl, you better get in here and sell those books. So those are the books that I am now. I do so many things. I was like, oh, I just did a book or two. And she was like, that is huge. Get in here. So I am excited to share that with the world, but I am still writing, Dr. Rhonda. It takes me forever. You remember that dissertation? It took forever. So I'm still thinking.
That was so funny when I was editing your dissertation. You're like, look, just do the edits.
Right, because I'm over it. I'm just over it. But yes, I am working on something new, hopefully to come out fall 2025. So that's amazing. But just being on this side, just being an author, because you remember last year, I followed you guys around like a groupie at your at the brunch, and I was just so amazed. And so I was like, oh, well, maybe this is something that I can do because you guys were so inspiring to me. So here I am, just a little author now, just following behind these giants, Dr. Rhonda and Chef Diana.
Just a little author. There is no such thing as just a little author. I ought to fight you, and I'm going to fight you when I see you again. But I'm inviting Dedrick back into the party because I think he got his issue fixed, right?
Yes, I'm sorry. I had to change complete laptops. This thing, my other one kept freezing, and I apologize.
Well, that's all right. You're here now. We're just gonna have a party,
right? I mean,
dark, I guess.
I apologize, Dr. Young. I apologize.
Oh no, you were off screen, and I told Dr. Rhonda that technology acts crazy on the best days. So this was a good day for it to act crazy. Why not?
I'm so sorry.
Absolutely.
It's okay. It's okay.
About the books that you co-authored that you're going to be featuring at the Black Authors Matter event.
So I have them here. This is the latest anthology. And I don't know why I didn't put it in the chat, but it's called Grit and Grace, Women Redefining Leadership. And the other one was the Stretching Season, of an entrepreneur. So both of them kind of detail my journey into entrepreneurship, all of the stress and struggle, all of the crazy theatrics that happened to me. One part tells the beginning and it wraps it up in the other book. So I'm just excited to share that journey with the readers, just to know that it was not an easy walk to become an entrepreneur. It wasn't an easy walk to become Dr. Young, that I went through a lot, but my faith is what kept me together. So yeah, just detailing those exciting stories in the books.
This is what I always tell people is every business owner needs a book, and every book doesn't have to be a how-to book. Sometimes just talking about your journey will be enough to inspire somebody else to continue on the journey that they may have.
Definitely, because in the Grit and Grace book, I detailed the day that my life fell apart, and so it happened very quickly. I went from living in a beautiful home and I had a family and a picket fence, and within 24 hours, all of that changed. And so just being able to recover from that and rebuild my life from my 7-year relationship that just ended overnight, and with a little baby, trying to figure it all out, like it was a lot. And then to double back 2 years later and my house flood and I lose my job all in the same 24 hours, like that deserved 2 books. Like I had to tell that story because somebody needed to hear that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Amen. So you said you're thinking about the book. I'm sorry, go ahead, Dedrick.
No, you're good. You're good. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I was just gonna ask, you're talking about doing another book?
Yes, I am thinking about doing, where I'm working in the process of doing the other book, which tells the entire story, right? So I've given out bits and pieces of the story, but definitely want to tell the story in its entirety as a way to, one, get it out of my head. That's number one. Number two, to be able to be an inspiring story to a woman who wants to persevere past all of the things, because we know there's so many things that can hold us back. You know, we think having children can hold us back. You know, I have this job, or I have family commitments, and that, you know, that is something that holds us back. But I went through, as my grandmother used to say, hell in a handbasket, and still made it on the other side. So, you know, just to share that, I know that some people like to hide their truth, but I feel like we all experience it so we can share it, because somebody needs your story.
Amen.
I definitely can agree with that, because you don't know how things are going to touch somebody. So it's always great that you're doing that, and I think that's very much needed.
Definitely.
So you know, I'm gonna have to ask you, because I feel like if I ask you this question in public and get you to answer the question in public, then this book that's still a concept is gonna happen for real. So when is this book coming out?
Oh, because you want to put it on tape so that way you can come back and rewind it. Well, Dr. Rhonda, I am anticipating an October 2025 release date. I have started working on it. I have an outline. I've been writing some things. I've actually been around more authors in the past couple of months. So that's always good. Like when I started my business, I filled my life with entrepreneurs, because then it inspires you to do what you have to do. So now I'm around a bunch of writers. And so everybody's like, well, Felicia, did you write this week? Did you write this week? And I'm thinking, don't y'all know my life is crazy? I don't have time. So everyone is giving me 1,000,001 tips. You can use the thing on your phone. You can talk and it will da 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 da. I'm like, whatever. I don't have time. I'm chatting on the phone. I don't have time.
Well, see, that's the blessing and the curse with saying things out loud. Because for an example, I'm in this training, and in the training we had to talk about a goal that we had, and I said that my goal was to lose some weight while I was here. I wanted to lose a few pounds while I'm in this training. And then I said what I was going to do. I said, 10,000 steps every for 3 to 4 days a week. I said I was going to cut down on some things. And I said this out loud. Now, ever since I said that, this man in my class will be like, you taking your steps today? And I'm like, I want to be like, can you leave me alone? But I'm like, it's probably good that I said it out loud because he's holding me accountable. So I said, all right, now you're going to be my accountability partner. Since I done said it out loud, now you're going to keep reminding me about it. So I'm going to do the same thing to you. We said it out loud, and we're going to make sure that we turn it into we're going to make it real.
Well, I think I froze for a second, like my computer froze.
Oh, okay.
But no, thank you for that, because we do all need to be held accountable for the things that we say we're going to do, because it shouldn't always be stress and struggle that pushes us to change, or, for you to have to get sick to lose weight, or for you to have something that happen to, just taking the initiative is a beautiful thing. And to have people around to hold us accountable, I guess, is a good thing. So thank you for accountability, I guess.
Amen.
Absolutely.
So when is the Black Authors Matter TV?
So the Black Authors Matter event.
Black Authors Matter event, not Black Authors Matter TV. That's the show that I do on Tuesdays. So we got to make sure we're clear. So when is the Black Authors Matter event?
It is Saturday in Shreveport, Louisiana. So she is traveling around the state doing this, and she'll tell you guys more about the event in her segment. But it is this Saturday, April 12th, from I don't even know. I'm just supposed to be there early, like 11 or something. But yeah, I'm just supposed, because everybody knows that I'm late all the time. So I'm just supposed to be there early. That I know. But it has been exciting because I've had a chance to meet other authors, and we've made connections and done each other's podcasts and just had fellowship. So I've met some amazing people. So this has been definitely a great experience for me. So I do thank her for hosting this event and giving me a chance to be a part.
That's awesome. Congratulations on that. So, Patrick, do you have any questions for Dr. Felicia? Because I know you're working on your author journey as well.
I am. My thing is how when it comes to writing, and Dr. Rhonda, because she can definitely attest to consistency being something that is necessary. So how do you keep yourself consistent? How do you keep yourself focused, especially with all the lifing and all that good stuff? So what helps you keep yourself consistent and everything? What's that strategy for yourself?
A schedule. Like I have to literally create a schedule and put it on there to carve out time, because if I do not carve out time, there will be no time. Like I get up and schedule out, we wake up in the morning, you brush your teeth, you take a shot. Like those are things that you're going to do, so trying to implement exercise into that. Like I'm thinking I eat every day for at least 30, 45 minutes. I can work out for 30, 45 minutes. So, just taking the time to say, I'm going to write for 30 minutes every day, or I'm going to write for 45 minutes every day, and really block that time off is the only way that a busy person can get it done, because you won't find the time unless you make it.
I agree. Okay.
See, Dr. Rhonda, I've been listening and learning. See, look at me.
I'm proud of you. That was a good answer.
Yeah, we're super proud.
Well, I'm excited for you because that's exactly. Yeah, exactly. But Dr. Felicia and I actually met at an event. I think she broke. There she is. But we actually met at an event, and we just stayed in touch since then. And I don't think we really ever lost touch since that event in Baton Rouge.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, and we just met randomly too. It was just like she was on the panel, I was on the panel. We exchanged information, and we've been connected ever since.
Well, God brings like energies together. You know what I'm saying? So in its own time, God does what He does. You know what I'm saying? He'll bring those like energies together.
Right. And Dr. Rhonda is a great connector of people, because I've met so many amazing people just by knowing her, like meeting people who were authors. Clarissa, I met Clarissa through Dr. Rhonda. And so just having an amazing experience,
Yes.
and all of these people have such a light about them, which they come from Dr. Rhonda because she is such a light. So just meeting amazing people through the connection. Yeah, I mean, really, like she's gonna fuss about that writing, but she is a very amazing, sweet, wonderful person. And so I've met good people from her. So why are you laughing?
You talking about she's a light, but she gonna fuss at you.
I mean, well, it's true. I mean,
hey, yeah, you gotta love that passion, and it's contagious. Because people need that. People need that ignition switch. People need that, and sometimes she needs that ignition switch. So my thing is that when you're that magnetic and stuff like that, and you have that kind of passion for what you do. People want to be around that fire and stuff like that because they need that fire lit up under them too. And I'm so super proud of her and her journey and everything. And I'm proud to be a part of it. So just y'all keep y'all doctors. You doctors. You guys got to keep it going.
And you really cannot say no to Rhonda. Like Rhonda,
don't feel bad, Dr.
You can't tell Rhonda no, because Rhonda don't really take no. So Rhonda says that I did the things in the beginning. I think Rhonda probably told me that I had to just do something, and I just did it because I was told to do it. I enjoyed it though. It was,
Yes, indeed. She got a vision, so it's easy to follow. It's easy to follow. She has a vision.
It is. I mean, she encouraged me and has been fussing along the way. So you see, I did co-author those 2 anthologies and inspired to write my own book. So, like I said, being around her is a great motivator to be your best self. And, you want to be around people who can encourage you to stretch yourself beyond your comfort zone. And that is something that, I've experienced in this process of being friends with Dr. Rhonda. And so, just becoming an author just seemed like a natural thing because I'm around her.
Okay. Well, I just want to acknowledge that with your journey, I just want to acknowledge you, number one, for keep putting one foot in front of the other and keep pushing, keep staying focused. Nobody ever said it was easy, but you kept doing what you're doing and you're just spitting out these books, and they're great books. And stuff like that. So I just want to acknowledge you for just continuing to focus and keep pushing and being your best self every day and be better than the day before. So you keep doing what you're doing.
I'll keep writing. I'll keep writing. There was a comment that I just saw pop up on the chat that says Rhonda doesn't take no for an answer. See, I knew that was a true statement.
Yes, indeed. So, absolutely.
But my writing journey has been awesome, though. I mean, it's been challenging at times, just like you said, finding the time and being disciplined, but it has been a joy, just giving me a different perspective because I'm accustomed to speaking to people, but usually students and parents about things that are in terms of higher education. So this was a little bit outside of my wheelhouse. So when I have to introduce myself or talk about the books, it seems kind of foreign to me, but I am learning to step into that space and own it, being an author as well.
Awesome. That's awesome. Yes, indeed.
Oops. Yeah, it's definitely not an easy journey. And I would never claim that it's easy. I'm never going to claim that it's just as simple as tell people all the time, just write. But when I say that, I only mean to get your thoughts out of your head and onto paper or onto your laptop. But when it comes to actually like putting all of those thoughts into order and making sure that it's in a format that's going to inspire and motivate people, it is difficult. So I salute anybody who wants to put themselves out there by writing a book. And like I said earlier in the show, with you being a business owner and just with what you do, you can definitely write a book. You've had me motivated since you came up here for my event and you talked about how you were able to get into the schools, to, you know, how you were able to take your workshop and bring it into the schools and help more kids to complete the FAFSA and get financial aid for college. And when you told me how you did that, I've been motivated to do that ever since. You could write an amazing book just on the steps to getting into the schools, because there's so many authors and business owners who want to get into the school and they're trying to break that code. I know, like, for what I do, it would be amazing to be able to do something like that. So that could be another book. Hopefully you have that on the horizon.
Well, I guess I'll have to put it on my to-do list then, Dr. Rhonda.
That's what I'm talking about.
But that is a great idea, though. I'll have to consider that as well, because it is very difficult to figure out how to get a lot of procurement opportunities when you don't know where to go or who's the person to talk to. So I hadn't thought about that, but thank you for that. That's a great idea.
It's gonna sell, girl. It's gonna sell.
But we wanted to sell.
Look, we got everybody doing it. Yeah. And like what Mark said, you know, the Department of Education is under attack. So people could use that advice right now.
Yeah, it's a lot going on in the world of education. So just having tools to navigate that space is definitely going to be very, very helpful. I do agree, Mark.
Absolutely. So you know,
7:30. I don't know if you want to just hang out, because we have Tanesha. She hasn't turned her camera on yet, so I don't want to bring her into the studio. So I know, there she is. Let's see. Hi, ma'am.
Hello. Good evening. How are you?
Wonderful. We just gonna have a party tonight.
Let's do it on a Monday. Let's go.
That's right.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, welcome to the Horizon Author Lounge. I'm Dr. Rhonda, and we also have as our special guest host, Dedrick, the Cookie Man Brockington.
Hello, how are you?
Hello, I'm well. Thank you so much. Thank you for popping in and being a part of this amazing platform.
So Dr. Felicia was just telling me, or telling us about the Black Authors Matter event that's coming up on Saturday. Can you tell us a bit more about it?
Yes. So let me just say I'm excited to be on. I don't take it lightly, any platform that I'm invited to. So thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to share with you this great event that promotes Black business, but also literacy. It also promotes business in general. And so I'm excited to have this platform tonight to share just the vision that I got about almost 4 years ago. So just a little bit about myself. I am a native of Louisiana. I live in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I became an author in 2019. So I never really grew up knowing other Black authors. I never had the opportunity to really touch and feel a Black author growing up. So that wasn't something that I saw attainable to me. Not saying that I couldn't do it, but it just never was something that I aspired to do. But my background is health and wellness. I am a personal trainer for about 8-9 years. And so I wanted to do something where I knew I couldn't physically touch everybody, but I know that my book can. And so that's really where that vision came from.
No, I was just going to ask you. Tell me about. Well, I want to finish hearing about your event. Like, where is it going to be? What time is it going to be, and so forth. But then I also want to hear about your books as well.
Right. So when I became an author in 2019, I didn't know many authors, but when I became an author in 2019, I'm telling you, I met so many authors within 6 months, 9 months, a year. And so I wanted to create an avenue for Black authors to come together under one roof, mix, mingle, spread awareness, spread literacy awareness. And so in 2020, actually the year of COVID, is when I launched the first one. So this event that's actually happening this Saturday is a product of about 2 to 3 years of events like this that are free. These are not ticketed events. These are free events for the public to come out and support authors like Dr. Young. I actually have about 9 authors that will be in Shreveport, Louisiana this Saturday. And it's an opportunity for the community to come out and support local authors. Sometimes I get authors that fly in for this event as well. And so it's just an opportunity to really showcase talent, but also inspire someone else to write and finish their book as well. So this one is Saturday in Shreveport, Louisiana. And as you saw with the flyer, we highlight male, female, young, old. The youngest author I've had participate was 6 years old. So we really showcase as many as possible.
I believe I remember your first event in 2020. Was it in New Orleans?
It was, yes. Yep.
Okay.
So
okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, it wasn't in February, was it?
I can't recall what month it was in 2020, but I've been in New Orleans twice. So 2020, and then we just did Super Bowl weekend in New Orleans.
Okay, that was February.
This past one, Super Bowl, the one in 2020. I don't know about 2020, but yes, this past one was in February.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, my last event in New Orleans was in 2020, and then later that year I moved to the DMV, so I took my event with me to the DMV. So I'm the host of the Black History Month Literary Weekend, and that takes place the last weekend of every February.
That's good to know. That's good to know. So, like I said, this event is to showcase authors like yourself, authors like Dr. Young. But most importantly, hopefully inspire someone to write their story. And if you come in wanting to learn and really pull on these authors, you have the opportunity to do so.
Awesome. Dedrick, do you have any questions?
Yeah. So how you said how many years has it been since you've had this event?
So I created in 2020 was the first one.
2020. Okay.
So I do these events, these gatherings probably once a quarter. So yeah, since 2020, 2021, I did a really big one that I plan to do this fall, and I had about 45 authors in 2021, and that was great. So my goal for this year is 100 Black authors. So this Shreveport will be in April, and then after this Saturday, I'll be promoting for the October one. So that'll be the big one. So
I might have to pop up on you in October.
Yeah, it's after we're gonna let Saturday happen, and then all my energy will go for the October date, which I am going to release in a few weeks.
I would pop up on you. I would pop up on you this Saturday, but I'm in training, as you can see, so I can't do that.
Okay,
that's why I said you're in October. Okay. So, how can an author be a part of your events?
So, what I usually do is whatever city like Shreveport, I will use social media. So I'll do a Facebook post. Hey, Black authors. I'll just say Black authors tap in. Because like you said, people do fly in. I actually had a gentleman come from Pittsburgh to New Orleans, and he was a part. So I don't limit it to, hey, Shreveport authors. No, I literally say Black authors tap in about 60 days before I'm going to have my event. So I already know my next event. Like I said, I know the next one in October already. So I just kind of do some quick little splurbs on Facebook or Instagram, TikTok even. And of course, I've built a network of personally about 60 authors that I have in my personal contacts. So I always reach out to my friends that I know who support me. first, and then I go on social media and go from there. So every event is unique. I do have some repeater authors because they know these are great events where they can not only sell their books, but really meet people one-on-one. And I think that's what makes this so authentic, is because you get that real interaction. And so, like I spoke about growing up, I didn't know many Black authors, male, female, young, old. I didn't know. So this event gives you the opportunity to really touch and feel maybe something that you want to do one day.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you. You actually answered my question, because I was going to ask you what draws the authors to you, what keeps them coming back to this event and stuff like that. You answered it, so thank you.
Yeah, and I pride myself. This is to me community work. This is service. I don't make real money off of this. Like, this is, if anything, I'm investing in my authors that come, the people that come, is lasting relationships. So, Mr. Dedrick, if you, let's say you're an author, or you want to connect, or you think you want to be an author, you can walk through that door and make connections with real people who've done it. And you can't say that a lot about events nowadays without a $500 ticket on it, or $300 or $29.99 or whatever. This is a free event for the community, and it's always a win. If one person walks through the door, that's a win for me. And that's how I tell my authors to look at it. And it's great. This is an event that doesn't give me stress. The only thing that stresses me out is sometimes the venue owner. But like, as far as, there's no stress involved, because my vision is pure. My goal is pure. And that is to hopefully show people that they can too do it. And then also show the importance of you're building a business. A book is a business. And so I kind of instill that as well. You want to be a business owner? Write a book. And when I tell people that, they're like, what do you mean? People sell their books out their trunk, out. I mean, baby, you can sell a book. You can have your books in your purse. That is a business. So when you start talking about revenue, another stream of income, they're like, oh, let me finish this book. You have all these speaking engagements. Get your product. Have your product. So this is opportunity for people who think they can't. They can walk away and say that I can do this. I feel inspired to do it.
All right.
So that's why they keep coming.
Can I just want to clarify. I know you said it's a free event. Is this event, I know it's free for the people to attend the event, but it's not free for the author to participate, right? Did she freeze?
Uh-oh. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, we did a little spin, and I know we've had bad weather here. No, I'll say this: the cost is very minimal. When I wrote, and I provide table and chair. So you know anyone that have been to an event, usually you have to bring everything with you. That's one, but the cost is very, very minimal. I remember when I tried to reach to a woman that was doing something like this, she told me I would have 10 minutes for $400 in Atlanta. And so I'll repeat that. This is when
10 minutes.
My first book, she quoted me, I could talk about my book for 10 minutes for $400. So I let that sit
how many
there.
people were at this event?
I don't care if the president was there. I just not 10 minutes.
Let's not get crazy, because if this was an event that President Obama or President
Michelle,
was at,
and
there was like 400 or 500 people there who were engaged buyers, and you gave me 10 minutes, I'll pay that $400.
I know.
But if you charge me $400 minutes and ain't but 20 people there, and none of them buying no books, I'm sorry, that ain't worth it.
Well, see, this was that was that. So if Michelle and Barack was there, yes, I would pay my little $4. But I didn't really know much about. I mean, she does have a following, but like I said, to me, minutes, and then to set up was another $350.
See, that's
no.
Yeah, that's how she's making her money.
So the point I'm making is,
I have to interrupt really quickly because I know you may have noticed that it's getting dark and I'm losing my lighting, and you're gonna be talking to a shadow for in a minute.
Okay,
So,
no.
So you guys continue. I'm going to log out only because you're not going to be able to see me in a minute. But Dedrick is going to keep the show going.
Okay.
Yeah, but Tanesha, it was so wonderful to
meet you, Dr. Rhonda, and I look forward to hopefully meeting you soon. And I'll send you that October date.
Yes, send me the October date and let's stay connected. Dr. Felicia, thank you for connecting us. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you.
When you get ready to do the event again, come back on the show this so we can promote it and try to get you some more authors at the October event.
And I do plan to come to Baltimore. Stay tuned.
Okay, I don't live in Baltimore though.
But you live close. You live close enough.
I'm just messing.
I will be doing one in Baltimore.
So, okay, yeah, let me go to Baltimore. I don't mind driving up to Baltimore.
I know. That's why I said it.
All right, I'm gonna go because it's getting real dark in here now. So,
careful.
but thank you to everybody. God bless you.
Yes,
and,
ma'am.
Just so everybody knows, Dedrick was going to remind you, but this is actually the last Horizons Author Lounge for the month of April. We are going to be starting up again May 5th. So, as always, it's on the show. So if you are an author and you want to promote your books or your event, just like Dr. Felicia and Tanesha are doing, go ahead and reserve your spot in the Horizons Author Lounge. Daniel will put the link in the chat for you, and you can just click on the link. But I will also let you know we do have some paid options as well, so you can take your event and take your interview and take it to the next level. So we want you to take advantage of those as well. But yes, go ahead and start signing up. We only have about maybe 2 or 3 more spots available in May, and then we're going to go into June and then the rest of the year. So we want you all to be a part of that. So make sure that you sign up as soon as possible. All right. So that is all I have. I'm going to log off. Dedrick is going to keep the party going, but it was wonderful to meet you, Tanesha. Congratulations on your, and I look forward to meeting you soon. Bye, Dr. Felicia. We're going to talk soon about that book.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting, y'all. That's really, really exciting. Tanesha, and it's great that you're doing this. I was just talking to Dr. Young about what she's doing and stuff like that. But it's really great that you have an event as such so that authors can get more attention to themselves and stuff like that. And also it's a labor of love I see for you and stuff like that. So that makes a difference. It really does. And I think people they're attracted to people who care. There's a saying that says that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
Right. That's it. And that's true. Dr. Young, she's a great friend, and we over the months, years, and she can tell you like this is really to promote the authors name out, and then they make connections. Like once they have this event, I mean, new relationships are built upon this new event. Every event, new relationships, new doors. So that's what it's about. Like you said, how you have your platform. A lot of my authors have platforms. So once there's one young lady that was on my event in December, and let's say I had 8 authors. She's had all 8 of us on her show from last December to now. So, I mean, she was like, you helped me fill out my show. So that's just one example of how connected and how relationships are built. And let's say that I can't make an event. I know X amount of authors. Let me reach out to such and such. They need a Black male that's been through this. They need a female who did something with domestic violence. I have literally a Rolodex now of literature from Black authors. Okay. So it's just I mean, my riches come in connection. And so that's what I'm learning more than any dollar sign, having your name spoken in rooms you're nowhere in. That's where my riches are coming from. And so this event is just more to come. It is a sneak peek of more to come. And I look forward to celebrating the authors on this Saturday.
That is so awesome. That is so awesome. I really, and like I said, that I really appreciate what you guys are doing and stuff like that, and it matters.
Yes,
So
we
it
matter.
really matters. Yes, absolutely. That would be pretty soon. Y'all gonna have 1 million authors march. That's what's gonna happen.
Come on, I receive it.
Yeah. So because as much as you're pouring into each other and someone
Into
out
each
there,
other.
they're gonna be pouring right back into you. I think Zig Ziglar says you get what you want. Well, I'm paraphrasing, but you get what you want by making sure others get what they need and stuff like that.
Come on.
It's gonna grow. It's gonna grow. And you guys are doing everything that you possibly can do to show your resilience, show your focus, show your commitment to your craft and stuff like that. And I think it's beautiful. Now I'm on my journey to get my first book out there. I'm just finishing. I'm be finishing up my little ebook first.
Come on.
And Dr. Rhonda, she's I know she gets frustrated with me because I should have had this finished. I should have had this finished 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. But I'm not gonna make any excuses. What I have on my agenda is to get it finished by December
and you will.
Year.
And you will.
So and because I want to make sure I make her proud too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So but these venues, these opportunities, these events and stuff like that, they help. Just like you said, it's a network of people who also have that passion. They got a story to take. And Dr. Rhonda always says, you have, you everybody got a story in them. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's really, really nice. So as far as you now, I asked Dr. Young this. What's your strategy for staying consistent in this industry, in your craft, and what you're doing? What was your strategy to stay focused and consistent?
Good question. Just really not looking to the right or to the left. Really staying headstrong on what I wanted, what I didn't see. So, like I said, if I tell people, if there's something that you want to create and it's not there, that's even more motivation to create it. Meaning there wasn't really a house for authors. There wasn't really a moment, a movement for authors, none alone Black authors. So you know what? I don't see it. Let me create it. I'm big on creating an atmosphere that I don't see. Even in my health and wellness, there's a lot of things that I've created that I didn't see. So when it comes to authors, what stays consistent or what keeps me motivated is, I'm telling you, I meet authors or people like yourself that want to write, that want to finish. So it's like, that's what keeps me motivated, because I meet amazing people like you almost every day that want to finish. And I know that's my calling now, is to help people finish, not only begin, but finish. And so that's what keeps me motivated. I mean, I meet people from all walks of life that have a story, like you said. And so I know that my purpose is to help people finish. And so that's what keeps me motivated. Because is it easy? No. I'm looking up venues. I'm looking up, and she can tell you, Dr. Young can tell you, I said, Dr. Young, I got 2 authors. Please, I need you to get on the ticket. I got 2 authors.
And I said, no, ma'am, I won't be in Shreveport. But I'll be in Shreveport this Saturday.
Right, she will be
12.
So it is, you don't see the groundwork. You just see the pretty glossy flyer from Fiverr.
Right.
But you don't see the groundwork, like the planting that goes involved. But I love it. I love meeting the new people and helping people finish and feeling inspired to finish. So that's what keeps me consistent.
And you know what you said about business? Now you said a word. You said the riches come in the connections. That's a t-shirt. That's a mug. All right. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm just throwing that out. Now, someone asked, have you ever at some point lacked motivation, and how did you get past that?
That's almost a daily thing. Be transparent. Child, you gotta keep the faith, keep you don't feel good, my thing is look good, show up. Even when your spirit might be down, your motivation, still show up for yourself. Trust me, there's days where I don't want to show up, but guess what? I'm gonna look my best. If I look my best, I can feel a little bit better. And so with me is just showing up, still showing up in my best self. And then remembering the promises that God has for me. I am a spiritual person. So remembering his promises that he's going to keep. So I need to keep my end of it. And so some days are going to be tough. Some days are going to be hard. But then I also know that there are people attached to my purpose. So if I slack on the wayside, just imagine the people that are attached to my purpose who would never fulfill their purpose if I don't show up. So when you really start thinking about purpose and vision and mission, you understand that it's not about you. And that's what I tell my clients. Yes, you want to lose 10 pounds. Yes, you want to fit into these jeans. But being on a healthy journey is not about you at all. It's actually about the people attached to you. You choosing to live a healthier lifestyle, it's not just about you. It's about your children, your whomever, your spouse, your whatever. And that's kind of how I look at this journey called life and purpose. It's not about me. So hopefully when I'm long and gone, there's still going to be authors that went to that author's event 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 15, and that now are selling books, and books live on beyond us, right?
That's true.
So looking at it like that, even with yourself, when you finish that book, it's almost like a new grace comes over your life when you become an author. And I'm being honest. When I looked at my bank account sometimes, like, oh Lord, next day, can I get 10 books? Can I have you speak here? It's happened to me. That's why I push people to finish their books, because it is another revenue. You'll hear a ding ding from wherever with somebody wanting to order 20 books.
All right.
I have my books on me at all times. She can tell you I sell. But we didn't talk 20 minutes. Here, come buy this book for $20. Because I can't tell you all my. Can you come on?
Right.
Cash App, Zelle. I'm not giving you all my tips. Which book you want? Because I have 3.
Okay.
And deal. 3 for $45.
And Dr. Young, I want you to answer the same question, and then you can, so because we're getting close to the time, so I want you to answer the same question.
Okay, read me the question again, because
it was about, have you ever lacked that motivation, and how did you get beyond that?
Well, y'all know it took me forever to become an author. I've been trying to be an author, but the whole time I knew Rhonda. Did she say it was 10 years? It's probably been that long.
But guess what?
But this is the thing, realizing that you are not a superhuman, that we all have issues. We all lack motivation at certain times to do certain things. As Tanesha can tell you, I do not want to go to the gym, but I know that I have to go because I am thinking about my children. I am 42 years old, and so with a 5-year-old, so in order to be there for her, I have to make sure that I'm doing the things that I need to do. So becoming an author, find that motivation was really that I knew that I needed to do it for me. I needed to tell my story in order to make sure that what God put me through is able to help someone else on their journey, because we are all interconnected in this life, right? So the books tell the story of your life. It gives the motivation for someone else. So when I lacked motivation and I met someone and they told me their story, hopefully someone reading my story will know that if she did it, then I probably can do it. My story might not be as bad as hers, but maybe I can push through. So that is really the motivation for me, is to, no matter what happens, we have to make sure that we are telling our authentic story. It is not to be hidden. It is to be told so someone else can know that they can make it too. So knowing that is enough motivation for me to push me to do it. That's why I've been writing.
Thank you. So thank y'all so much. Those listen, those are some words right there. Let me tell you, Alicia's been on it. Let me tell you, she picking up them quotes, man. Y'all listen, y'all gotta understand. Y'all think I'm playing. Dr. Ronda be putting her things on mugs and t-shirts.
Okay.
Y'all better listen. It's a business.
I'm gonna go back I'm gonna go back and write it after we air. After we air, I'm gonna go back and write the quotes down.
Absolutely, because I'm gonna tell you, those things motivate people, even when they're not even paying attention. Those things motivate people because even in passing, you got that T-shirt on, you standing in line at a store or someplace or whatever, and they reading that at the back of the thing, and they're sitting there just nodding their head. Okay. Y'all don't really. A lot of people don't really understand how you inadvertently affect other people and stuff like that. And a lot of times people need just a simple word.
Oh yeah,
pull them right out of that, whatever it is. And even with y'all and your authorship and your, the things that you're doing with your books and stuff like that, even with the connections and the events that you guys have and stuff like that, your stories, your connections, your networks, that makes a difference to a lot of people because a lot of people don't have the support that you may have and stuff like that. And so when they are among people who provide that energy and that electric that they need, it's everything, so please keep doing what you guys are doing.
Thank you. And thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, Dr. Rhonda, for this opportunity, y'all.
And we'll be looking for you with your new book. So we know you'll be on the scene because
but you know what we talked about earlier. We done put it out there in the ether now. It's out in the universe now. So I imagine the next time I see you. So how you doing with that? How you?
We're gonna hold you accountable. We're gonna hold you accountable.
Yes, indeed. So and also y'all once again the very next Horizon Author Lounge will be on May the 5th. Okay. This will be the last one for April. Want to make sure I reminded everybody. And also, you guys, I'm gonna tell you early because the last one just passed in February. We're going to be in New Orleans 2026 for the next Black History Literary Weekend. Okay. We're going to be very, very excited about that. So make sure y'all plan, make sure y'all do whatever you got to do to get there because it's going to be where it started. Right down there in New Orleans and stuff like that. So, because I know I'm gonna get me a po' boy. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about food. I'm sorry, but yeah, y'all just make sure y'all making plans. We don't want to hear no excuses. Y'all make plans, ask all the questions, and we'll answer them as best as we can. But make sure y'all make plans to be there. And also, when is your event? Saturday,
April the 12th. Yes, sir.
April the 12th on Saturday, and that's where where?
It's in Shreveport, Louisiana.
Okay. All right. And Dr. Young, and what's your next thing coming up?
Well, before we get to that, Tanesha, and what is the time? Because I have to be on time.
2 authors will show up at 1, but the event is from 2 to 5.
All right.
I wanted to make sure I knew I was on time for the event. So that's what I'll be doing. Black Authors Matters this Saturday, Shreveport, Louisiana, from 2 to 4, but I'll be there at 12:30 to ensure that I'm on time.
2 to 5.
Great.
But thank you so much. This was awesome.
All right, thank you. And like I said, we're just really, really excited about what's coming up down for your event coming up on the 12th. Everybody, I did say everybody with a T. Everybody. Y'all make sure y'all show up and show out in Shreveport, guys. Make sure y'all do that and whatnot. It says, is it virtual? Can you join?
Sometimes go live, sometimes.
Okay.
But that's something to think about in the future. I probably will plan that in the future. Okay,
that's fair. And you have yours relatively, you said quarterly. You said you have something quarterly.
Yes.
Okay. That's awesome. That's so awesome. That's a great way to stay connected, And thank you once again, Dr. Young. Thank you. It's always great to see you. And it's a pleasure to meet you, Tanesha, for the first time. I appreciate it. Yes, indeed. And on behalf of Dr. Rhonda Lawson, thank you guys so much. This is Horizons Author Lounge. See you May 5th. Thank you guys so much. Also, and plan ahead. Get your tickets. ahead of time and stuff like that, so y'all don't have no complications, and we know who to expect, who to be looking out for y'all. All right. So thank you guys so much on behalf of Rhonda M. Lawson. This is Horizons Author Lounge. Thank you. See you May 5th.